Critical condition. The huge healthcare battle tonight on Capitol Hill moves into high gear. You and your family versus your HMO. NBC News in depth. Crises at the top and bottom of the world. Avalanche at 20,000 feet. The world's best climber buried. And at the South Pole, a woman's medical emergency. Big man on campus. What is Jesse Ventura doing at Harvard tonight? And the home of the brave, under fire, an angel who risked her life for others, the first woman to win a Silver Star.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
Good evening. Healthcare in America is at a crossroads. Almost everyone is unhappy with some part of managed care, and as a result, it has become one of the primary issues for election year 2000. But how to fix it, and at what cost? Tonight in Washington, the battle is fully engaged. The outcome is uncertain. The stakes are enormous. We begin with NBC's Lisa Myers on the big question, patients' rights.
With hundreds of millions of dollars and the health of American families at stake, tonight partisan bickering appears to threaten House approval of new rights for 161 million Americans in HMOs. The president accuses House Republicans of using poison pills to try to scuttle reform.
Don't let this 11th hour gimmick kill 2 years of hard work for something the overwhelming majority of Americans of all political persuasions know we need to do.
Republicans insist that's not true.
That statement is absolutely preposterous, and I call on the president to tell the truth about this.
The hard truth, as Jerry Cannon sees it, is that an HMO denied his wife Phyllis a bone marrow transplant. He appealed, and by the time the HMO said yes, it was too late, and she died of leukemia. Yet when he tried to sue, the courts said he had no right.
It's got to stop. The insurance companies have to be held accountable for their actions. And the only way that you can actually get an insurance company's attention is through dollars and cents, unfortunately.
The big fight in the House now, how far to go in giving patients the right to sue their HMO. In a multi-million-dollar ad campaign, HMOs warned that lawsuits will only drive up costs with dire consequences.
If trial lawyers get their way, health care for millions of Americans could simply disappear.
Other parts of the bill would address the biggest complaints of doctors and patients, cover emergency room treatment, allow patients to choose their own doctor, provide more direct access to specialists for women, children, and those with serious health problems. Republican Greg Gansky, a doctor who's bucking his party to support strong reforms, accuses his leaders of not listening to the voters.
Republican leadership, in my opinion, is listening to the HMO industry.
24 hours ago, renegade Republicans and Democrats thought they had the votes to pass strong new patients' rights. Thanks to the latest maneuver by Republican leaders, tonight they aren't so sure. Lisa Myers, NBC News, the Capitol.
Managed healthcare companies may be thinking this week that they have been turned into a firing range with everyone aiming at them. NBC's Pete Williams now on the lineup of lawyers who are ready to go right after the HMOs.
In San Diego today, a trial lawyers' war council planning the nation's next big wave of lawsuits against a new target. Not tobacco or the gun industry, but this time HMOs, the health maintenance organizations that cover nearly 85 million Americans. Veterans of the legal battle with the tobacco industry, these lawyers claim that HMOs are putting profits above patients.
When you have what I call the 3 A's, arrogance, avarice, and attitude, working together, folks go to lawyers, and lawyers go to court.
The latest big lawsuit comes this week against healthcare giant Humana, accusing its HMOs of paying bonuses to doctors that encourage them to deny coverage to patients even when the proposed treatment is medically necessary. The lawyers behind the lawsuit say HMOs seldom tell the patient how they make decisions.
The policyholders ought to know that the doctors they see get this economic payment, and that Humana creates an economic disincentive to provide broader coverage.
Humana declines comment on the lawsuit, but claims that more than 4 out of every 5 of its patients say they're satisfied with their coverage. Lawsuits against HMOs have a mixed record in court. Just 3 states, Georgia, Texas, and California, now grant an explicit right to sue HMOs, but the idea is getting more legal traction. Just last week, the Illinois Supreme Court gave a green light to lawsuits in that state, and the U.S. Supreme Court will decide later this year whether HMOs in any state can be sued under federal law. But the industry says it's not health care that the trial lawyers are really interested in.
Targeting us in a way that will be detrimental to the healthcare system may line their own pockets, but in the end is going to mean that fewer people can afford health care.
Now Congress and the courts must decide whether more lawsuits would improve the quality of the nation's health care or just make it more expensive. Pete Williams, NBC News, Washington.
And Vice President Al Gore today was trying to heal his ailing presidential campaign with a little managed care and homespun medicine. He took it back to his home state of Tennessee, and he reached across the gender lines. Here's NBC's Claire Shipman.
Okay, are we ready?
His third fresh start in 5 months.
There we go.
At new headquarters in Nashville today, Al Gore remaking his image once again, and this time targeting a crucial audience, women. First, he appoints a woman, political veteran Donna Brazile, as campaign manager. Then brings his 87-year-old mother center stage and applauds her influence on his life. Why the emphasis on women? Polls show female voters are abandoning Gore.
Al Gore is not getting the usual boost that Democratic candidates get from women.
Clinton and Gore got that boost in 92 and 96, but the latest NBC News Wall Street Journal poll shows Gore trailing Republican George Bush among women, 35 to 51%. Women like Rico Bishop are Gore's target and his problem. A working mother, she voted for Clinton in 96, but now she says she's leaning toward Bush. Gore, she says, doesn't connect.
He seems somewhat programmed. He lacks the compassion that I want to see in our next president.
Pollsters say women like Rico are citing these reasons: Gore's stiff demeanor, Bush's easygoing appeal, and a weariness with the scandals of the Clinton administration. Sentiments echoed every day on iVillage, a website dedicated to women. Julia Miller is a volunteer who leads political discussions there.
Really, nobody knows who Al Gore is and what he stands for right now.
The Gore team is working hard to change that. He's talking to women's groups constantly about themes that matter to them.
If you elect me president, I will make available high-quality preschool for every child.
And his oldest daughter, Karenna, a law student and a new mom, plays a new public role in the campaign. Pollsters caution it is early. Voters are focusing on personality now. When they turn to issues, that might help Gore. Rico Bishop says she's not a lost cause yet.
A lot's going to depend on where the issues come out. I'm not going to vote completely based on my intuition.
Al Gore certainly hopes so. To win, he knows he needs votes like hers. Claire Shipman, NBC News, Nashville.
When we come back, sudden death. One of the world's best climbers swept away by an avalanche. How did it happen?
His abilities were such, his judgment was so good. You know, to me, he seemed indestructible.
Living on the edge, even the best are no match for nature's fury. In depth tonight. And Jesse the Body meets the best and the brightest student body. What's the Minnesota governor doing at Harvard?
There's my husband, Nolan Ryan, still throwing heat. Can you believe he's got arthritis? You see, Nolan's doctor says the best way to control arthritis pain is to keep moving. And to make it easier, he recommends Advil. Nothing's been proven stronger on arthritis pain, yet it's gentle on his stomach. In fact, I take Advil for my arthritis pain. That way, we can exercise together.
Advil, stronger than pain.
We both ate Quaker oatmeal for 30 days, and it helped lower our cholesterol 10 points. In the Dewey Decimal System, that's between computer programming and library science.
Library science? That's my favorite.
Quaker oatmeal warms you heart and soul.
I'm not really close to Anna Kournikova. First of all, there's that whole language thing.
A PE ratio is price divided by earnings.
Earnings per share is a company's net income minus preferred dividends.
It's like she's speaking a different language.
Can anyone say asset allocation? Mid cap, small cap.
When we created a smarter kind of investment firm,
growth fund,
we created a smarter kind of investor.
Besides, some of the other players are kind of jealous of her, portfolio.
50 is beautiful, and to stay that way, Pro Vital Revitalizing Cleanser with gentle microbeads and Olay moisture. It leaves skin smooth and resilient. Pro Vital from Olay, proven to be why women over 50 look so wonderful.
I'm too sexy. I'm too sexy. I'm too sexy for the drive-thru. And I'm too sexy for my car seat. Too sexy for the groceries. Too sexy for the dry cleaning. Introducing the newly updated Camry. So stylish it could go to your head. I'm too sexy for the slow lane. Too sexy for the neighbors. Too sexy for the car wash. Too sexy.
New tonight at 6, it's an environmental mystery. Officials at a local water treatment plant want to know who dumped deadly toxins down the drain and why. We'll have the story tonight at 6 on Northwest News Channel 8, where the news comes first.
The countdown to 2000 in Pioneer Courthouse Square has begun.
NBC News in depth tonight. At the edge of the earth, two harrowing tales from the top and the bottom of the world. We begin